Hey there everybody, it's Atherbeerstan back here playing some Frostpunk. This is the Arks scenario on extreme difficulty. I've managed to beat a new home, but I cannot manage to get this one. It is just really hard. We're going to start with emergency shift. I know that much. And then we're going to max out wood as I'm wont to do. At least until we get enough to build a workshop. That's what they're called. Ooh, I see. Yes, great. We will probably not let this seedling Arks freeze, but no promises. We'll see. I've lost them several times just through inattention. There's so much to keep track of in this scenario. Especially on this difficulty level, there's just so much to keep track of that it's really easy. Actually, no, we don't want them there. We're gonna put them on steel, and then we're gonna build this workshop. And take 5 guys off of there. And we're going to start with the beacon. I want drawing boards, that's my first, but we don't have the wood to make that happen, so we're going to have to wait. And then we're going to declare an emergency shift in this building. Now the first one is free, so we don't have to worry about losing anyone there. The game checks for, I forget if it's 2 or 3 hours, I honestly can't remember. I just use 3 to be on the safe side. So the game checks for 3 hours, could be 2. After you start the emergency shift to see if someone's going to die. If you start, normally this is free and you can't lose anyone on the first one, but if you immediately afterwards start an emergency shift on a resource pile, then you can somehow kick that effect back to the building because the resource pile can't kill people. So I think if one of these generates a death, then it'll kick it back to the workshop, which is weird, but seems to be how it works. So you need to wait a solid 3 hours after this emergency shift to start shifts over on these piles. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Get both of them working 24 hours. And then just before shift change, we're going to queue up a medical post there. So these guys will go and work there. And now you notice, interesting, see this person right here protesting. So there's only 9 people of our 10 people building on this. He's protesting and he's saying, hey, we don't have any houses. And now that he's done his protest, you can see he's going to build. We've got 10 of 10 workers down there. Really interesting the level of detail that is in this game. So now that they're building on that, let's queue up cookhouse. What says you? The wisdom of the crowd. Let's go ahead and turn that on. So our automaton can refuel, so our people can be warm. These guys are gonna build that after they finish this, and then if we're lucky, we can get them to build another workshop before the night is over. Let's see. We need to get they'll accept new build orders until midnight, so they need to finish this building about 2 hours. So if they can finish that building before midnight, they'll start on this, and if not, then they won't. So it's going to be super close with just a couple of minutes to spare, and they start building. That's great. So it's now midnight. Beacon is researched. We've got enough wood now. We're going to go for drawing boards. That's the benefit of the emergency shift here. Now it's also at midnight. We need to start getting people in the medical post, and then our last 5 workers are going to continue building, but they're going to go in there. Now they're going to build this until however long, even though they normally stop building at midnight, because they queued it up, they're going to keep going on that. And then they're going to go to bed, and then at 5 in the morning, people are going to get up, and they're going to be free to build again. So we're going to want to queue up a building, I think right here. It's either this or right next door to it to only get the steel. We're going to build both of them, but I think we want this one first. And we'll wait on the road because that'll suck people off of here and cause that to go slower. So second law, it's tempting to take extended shift, but most of our people are already working emergency shifts. And so we don't gain any real efficiency there. So we're going to go with soup. See, like these guys are they're already working, so we can't get them to work earlier. Likewise, these guys. These guys are working 24 hours on shifts anyway, and the cookhouse is the only place we could gain that efficiency. We don't need it. So in terms of the morning end of this shift anyway, the extended shift doesn't help us, really. So those guys will wake up at 5 a.m. and build here, and it should just be these 5 workers and maybe a couple of guys from the medical post, because they work in shifts, 2 on at night, 3 on during the day. And so we've got these 5 guys and the 2 night shift workers apparently building on that. And we're watching to see this wear off, and then we're going to start the shift in this building and jump next door. I believe it was around 11 o'clock. Oh, no, wait. So I believe we want to wait until this is about straight down. I believe we finished that building around 11:30. So that's when we want to declare our emergency shift. That is done. I would like to, now they're going to go to work. I want to queue up another one here. And our 2 night shift workers can build on that for a minute. They're already right next door, so they shouldn't take long to walk over there. We're looking for 11:30. And then we're going to take one guy out of here. Stick him in here and declare that emergency shift, and then we're going to pull him out of there, put him back. Wood crates depleted. Very good. Let's get this road built. And then we can have people go to work. So at 2:30, it'll be safe to move people into this. That's the moral of that story. These guys are done. Okay, so we need to put 10 workers in here. The roads are built. And let's put 10 guys on the wood pile. Okay, it's 1:15. We're looking for 2:30, so let's put some guys there. They're all going to go eat first, so they might not get any work done on that pile. Drawing boards researched. Very good. We want the wall drill. First thing, as quick as we can get it. We're out of steel. That's okay. We are just starting steel production. What do we got? Everyone's sick working there. Oh, 2:30 actually. Okay, so it's 2:30. Let's take all the people off there. That way we can get healthy people assigned to the research, to the workshop. And we'll keep these guys in here. I think that's good. We'll double up on the research, gain an extra 30% on the day. pretty good. If you'll excuse me 1 second, I gotta take just a quick break. Okay. Very good. Business handled. We have 1 sick person not in care. Why is that? 11 hours. That's kind of a long time. Not liking those numbers very well. I think we should probably be okay. I've never had anyone get sick on this scenario, even at extreme difficulty. So I think our people are assigned for the day. I don't plan to move anyone around at this point. I think we can safely queue up our tents. We've got the wood for it. We don't need to save any for research. Okay. We're researching the wall drill. I think next we'll do heaters. Or no, we'll do steel mill next. And that'll save a little bit of wood. Now this is the first point at which we really lose efficiency. We're losing 2 hours at the tail end of shift for these 2 gathering posts and this workshop. And we're exactly 2 hours away from being able to. That's interesting timing. So we could actually get the extended shift exactly when the extended shift expires. And we will be getting extended shift, so we lost 6 hours of production. And oh no, 8 hours. We could have put that on an extended shift as well. We lost 8 hours of production. That's the math on that. But I think taking soup basically buys us a day before we have to have our hothouse. So it takes a lot of our food pressure off in the early game. And these guys, as soon as these houses are built, they should be fine. 14 hours? Stop your whining. Okay, I used to work 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's day 2. I was a commercial fisherman, and we worked 7 days a week, 16 hours, 2 8-hour shifts with a half-hour meal break between. And we did that every day for months. And then at the end of the trip, as a bonus, usually you got a little sleep on the way in, but then you got like a 24 hours to shift to like take the product off the boat and fuel the boat and resupply the boat and get the bait on the boat and get back out to sea so you can do it all over again. So I don't want to hear any guff about a 14-hour shift. That's nothing. You can do this, especially when your survival is at stake. I mean, I was just out there to make money. I wasn't even trying to survive like that. These guys are in a war against the cold, and they're going to whine about having to work hard to get by. I mean, really? We're like the last, we're calling this the last city, like we're humanity's last hope here. And, well, but we don't want to work hard for that, no. Let's take Steelworks. It's going to cost us all of our wood. It's all we've got. Oh, yeah. We're going to keep those guys there. Let's put that on extended shift. Oops. That. Everybody work extended shifts. We can't change this one because they're on emergency shift. So that'll keep everybody working. As soon as we hit 20 wood, we'll build our wall drill. We'll get these guys out of the cold. We'll go Steelworks and then hothouse. Also need to go a little bit faster. Just making sure. When is this going to expire? Right around 11:30 or so. So I think that's our next event. Next thing we need to pay attention to. These guys are going to be cold, but only for a couple of hours. All of our sick people are here. That's unfortunate. It's costing wood production, but not so much. Why is our wood going so slowly? On slow mode. We need 20 wood. I really don't like having these guys in the cold like this, but it's only like, oh, it's going to be like 4 hours. It's a long time. Now, I used to work in a freezer hold, and it was minus 40 degrees. Okay, there's our 20 wood. Let's get these guys off of here. Stop being cold. That took until noon. That's really unfortunate, that is. Get our wall drill going here. We need to go over here. Get our emergency shift going. Get those guys out of there. We don't have enough wood to build that road, so we'll just have to sit on it for a minute. We really got nothing for 15 guys to do. Well, 5 guys really, because 5 of them are building that. So we'll just let the wood trickle in. Until we can get that thing built, which probably won't happen before the end of the shift today. We've got to get a road out to it. New law. Pretty much has to be sustained life. I mean, that's like the only thing left is the medical stuff. We don't need a fighting pit. Steelworks researched. We got no wood to build it, so that's good. We don't have any wood to research either. Oh, we need 20 wood to research. But we can't not build this. I could cancel it. They haven't even started building. This is a really tough decision, like a super crazy tough decision. Because otherwise we have to wait until we get 20 more wood, and our current wood production is 0.5 per hour. So 20 wood at that rate is not good. On the other hand, we are waiting to research, which is horrible. Which is just absolutely horrible. There's literally nothing else we can do. There's still 33 wood there. We can't tear that down. It's not fast enough anyway. We're going to have to wait on the research. That's all there is. There's nothing else for it. And we're going to have to wait for the full 20 wood. Because, no, wait, we can't possibly do that. Because that's going to be like 24 hours of research lost. What do we do? What do we do? That is nerve-wracking. That's worked ourselves into a little bit of a corner. How do we solve the problem is the question. We won't get more wood production until the morning. This will not be done today. We won't actually get our 20 wood anytime soon. Gonna wait on research. I hate to do it, but I think we can salvage some wood from here and there. Like we can take this road, and we can take that road, and we can take this road, and we can take these roads. I don't ever plan to build anything there. That gets us 16. Okay, problem solved. That gets us 22. Okay, the wall drill moves forward. Research happens. We need the hothouse. And that's why I was so frantic. Is because otherwise we could just research something small. But we absolutely need the hothouse right now. We've got to feed our people. Okay, problem solved. Oh, we need to get some people in this research going. And we need to queue this road. No, we don't have any wood, so we will not be queuing that road. Let's hope we get enough to build that road. It's really down to that. Actually, we can salvage probably a few more road segments here and there. So let's do that sooner rather than later. I think we can take all of this out as well. And connect this. Scavenge everything. That's my advice. Steel wreckage depleted. That's great. This one won't be far behind, but it won't be till morning. No problem. We'll have hothouse done in the morning as well. They're 8 hours to finish that, so at 5 a.m. So we'll have those guys, as soon as they finish their steel there, then we'll send them to work building the hothouse that they can work in. Okay, these guys go there. We should get heaters probably after hothouse. I think we can go faster. Also, we need to build our beacon. As soon as this thing starts going, we'll have lots of wood coal pile depleted. Let's send him over there. So we're really just waiting for morning. We're just waiting on wood. We should have plenty at this point. Oh, and again we have no wood. Research is up. And the wood is scarce. And I don't think we can realistically salvage any more of these roads. So we don't really have an option but to wait. People will be working soon enough. We need to get a steelworks built. We need to get the beacon built. We need to start some research, not necessarily in that order. Research and then the beacon. Okay, what do we need to research? Can we do something that costs 10? Nothing there. Not really. Oh yeah, we could do heaters. We probably should. That's good. Okay, we'll get research going again. That's most important. And now wood should be coming in pretty quickly. And we'll build the beacon next and get some scouts out. Tear that down. That'll get us a little bit back. There's 20 wood. Not adjacent to street. Won't just snap to the road. That's kind of lame. A new law. I'm going to go with overcrowding because I think we're going to have problems with cold soon.
New law in the city.
And that should allow us to keep down to just a single medical post. I don't think we'll have to open another one at any point. Hopefully. I haven't had to yet. But I also haven't won yet, so maybe I wasn't trying hard enough. Where are we at here? That is cooled down. Take them out of there. It's 11:45. So at 2:45, or as close to that as I can remember, we will send them to work. Beacon built. Let's get us a scout. Oh, really? Get the scouts out and then build our steelworks. Oh, build a hothouse. Yeah. Build a hothouse first. That sounds good. And we'll build the steelworks immediately afterwards. These guys are pretty close to finishing up here tomorrow. Storm on the horizon. We've got good wood now. Queue up the steelworks as well. Wait on the road. Oh, I think we are safe to repopulate here. I'm gonna pause this. No, maybe I shouldn't. I will not. I will not. I'm not gonna pause that. We need that pretty desperately. We're down to 2 food. And we've only got 5 people to go in there. Seedling arts might freeze. As long as they get in there roughly around shift change. I have not had a chance to change that yet. I forgot. Heaters researched. We have plenty of wood now. So let's take our pick. Let's go shopping. I think bunkhouse. Keep our people warm, or drafting machines. It's probably one of the two. Bunkhouse or drafting machines. That's tough. Drafting machine gets us the steam steelworks. Like, that's a big thing. I think we're going to do that. It's a lot of our resources, but we don't have much else going on right at the moment. We've built most of what we're going to build until we get a coal mine. In fact, maybe we should research coal mining. I think we can wait on that just a little bit. I'd like to spend the resources right now while I've got them, basically, I think is what it comes down to, because I'll whittle them away doing little things if I don't. And already our wood is shooting back up. We're doing great. Wall drill was the good call there. And we'll have this going quick enough. It is off time, so let's get a road out to here. And that's it. Now, getting this automaton from the scouts is going to be critical. I think we are good to speed up. These guys are 24 hours. Those guys are on cooldown until like 11:45 or something. I don't remember now. Where are we at here? 280. Okay, we need to build. We need to take care of these guys before. Steam core and 20 steel. Need to get this guy 14 hours, and then he's like over a day away. So that leaves us with pretty scant workforce because we've got the scouts out so early. We might have to stop the double research, but I'm going to push that as long as I can. And we don't have anybody going to work here. We have 5 people. We have 0 food. We have no hungry people, so that's good. We definitely want an extended shift there. Definitely want to turn some heaters on too. Kind of forgot about that. It's okay, our people don't seem to be suffering too much. Heater on there. Heater on there. We do have 6 ill, that's not so great. Okay, so that'll get us a little bit of food anyway. Hopefully that'll keep the hunger at bay until we can free some people up. I think we might just have to take these guys off research. Or, oh, these guys have 15 wood left. We'll wait. We'll be good. Then we'll have 10 free workers and we'll be wondering what to do with people. Actually, we won't. We'll put them out here. Okay. These guys are still serving soup. We'll keep that going for a little while. Wood's coming back up. We're going to be spending wood momentarily here. We'll get the steam steelworks. I think we have what we need to survive this.
Work time. Get back to work.
It's either that or bunkhouses. We should probably take bunkhouse. We don't have the steel. See, that's the let's do this. I think that's probably the right call. Push resources. And we need to get a, speaking of resources, we need to get a gathering post right here. And we'll have our medical post guys. That's the night shift. 2 guys on the night shift aren't working right now, so they can build. Perfect. Alright, they're still technically employed here. I'll just go ahead and tear it down. Do that. We'll take 2 guys. Put them in here. We need a little bit better food production. We've got 6 hungry people and not really any food. I think we'll be okay on that. And we'll just let them go ahead and build this. I think, no, you know what, it's not that urgent. Let's let them go to work. So everything's running at a reduced efficiency. This is a result of sickness. At least in these 2 cases, these guys are probably building. Or eating. They might be eating. Oh, we don't have anyone in the cookhouse. That's a problem. That's really a problem. You know what else is a problem is we didn't do our emergency shift. That's a problem. So we'll put them in the cookhouse. We'll get that food processed up real quick. So our 7 hungry people can get fed. And hopefully the rest of them too. It's already getting late in the day. We are on emergency or extended shift here. Yes, the heater is on. Now, how is our coal production looking at this point? We're just barely squeaking a surplus out of this. I'm not sure how. Okay, that's the scouts. Get that automaton on the way back to the city. That's a good thing. And then we need the factory plans. Your mission, should you choose to accept it. Scout the Frostland and recover the plans to the factory. Mission Impossible Arctic Edition. So these guys are going to finish up and then go to work someplace, I suppose. This is not on extended shift, though. Let's get that going. That was an oversight there. This place isn't either. Another oversight. Let's take them out of here, though. Do that. And they're probably all going to go eat, but that's fine. Now, what are they going to do? 0%, because why? Going to dismantle. Oh, okay, that's fine. That goes fast. Take a minute, boys, and dismantle that. That's fine. I'm not going to cry about it. It's only hours of research that you could be advancing our civilization and our very chances for survival. Jerks. We could have paused it, but it's not really, in the end, that big a deal. By the time you realize it's a problem, then there's no point in correcting it because they're committed at that point.
Listen, everyone.
More efficient, I think, just to let them finish. Health, care house. Oh, we need to get that built, yeah. I forgot. I'm going to put that right here. Because the straggler guy, he comes in from this direction. And a lot of times he'll die before he gets to my medical facilities if I don't build them like way out here. It's not really the ideal place for it, I don't think, but we're going to put it there anyway. Steam Steelworks. Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. What's next? We want definitely bunkhouse. By the time that's researched, we'll be able to afford them. And we can get them down immediately. Our people will be cold for a little while, but it's the best we can do. Maybe we run the overdrive for just a little while. Keep them warm. Because that's coming right up. And that means our workplaces are all going to be chilly again. Which means we need to get advanced heaters. Yeah. At least before day 9. We need a heating solution every 3 days, basically. And in a way, we need to squeak extra heating solutions out of that because we have to consider workplaces and housing separately in many cases, because houses don't get heaters. So anywhere we're using heaters as a solution out here in the workplaces, we have to have a corresponding solution that keeps the house warm. Which could be better houses or the generator. We've got this guy coming. What? Oh, it's cold. Let's turn this on. And then let's think about this scout. There's our factory plans. Let's quick and get those back to the city. We're going to get bunkhouse, but I think that's about all the attention we can pay to the houses for a little bit. We've got so many technologies to research and so little time to do it in. Yeah, I know, but they've got a good long while that they can take to get cold. We just got to turn the heaters on before they actually freeze and we're fine. Work shift starts. We need to keep this emergency shift in mind. We've got... Well, it's too late to extended shift that anyway, so let's just go. This is basically our next thing, I believe. coal production like over here? 42 left, so this is ready for him. These guys are done. Let's take 4 of them out. We'll just have 1 guy. Let's max that. And we have 1 person. Where would he go? Why do we have a random person? Oh, I see. Maybe. Yeah. There's a very odd number of people to have that. So, it's 1 and 9. It's like the 1 didn't have a corresponding number to round it out. That was just strange. This is ready. So let's take our cook. He's idle at the moment anyway. Put him in there. Get the emergency shift going. We can go back to cooking. Yeah, our food situation is starting to look a little better. I think at the end of the shift today, we'll stop producing soup. Assuming I remember. What's going on out here? Long hours of toil. Did I mention that I was a commercial fisherman? Long hours of toil. They're working 14-hour shifts. That's nothing. The longest shift I ever worked on a fishing boat was 29 hours. That trip was 4.5 days long, was really fast, and we slept for 17 hours. Not all at once. People are furious. What are you so mad about? Why are you so angry? I'm running the overdrive. Honestly, what are you angry about? People are hungry. We've got a ton of food. Really? Okay, well, let's get research done first. So that was important. Coal mining, yes, definitely, absolutely must have coal mining next. This is about to run out, and then he's working here, but more importantly, we're going to have to, I mean, I guess we actually could have waited on coal mining, but then we need advanced heaters, or improved heaters, whatever it's called. We need that before day 9. We're going to keep things, the coal pile depleted, so we'll send him over here. So we got to try to have a place for everyone to go when they're done doing what they're doing. Sometimes that's hard. Switch these guys to the 24-hour shift building. It's looking pretty good, I think. The nice thing is the steam still works. It's warm. Discontent falls. Oh, nice. I didn't do anything. Oh, speaking of not doing anything, people are off shift, not doing anything. Let's solve that problem right now. That means we're out of steel. Which means when our research comes up, we're not going to be able to do anything that costs steel. That might be interesting. There are a couple. I think maybe more scouts doesn't cost steel. We don't really need that right now, but we will need it. It might be an opportune moment to scoop it up rather than wait on research. Definitely don't want to wait on research. Not if we can help it. Get our housing done. Nice and warm. Scouts, yeah. Just who I was hoping to see. So now why don't you go here? We'll just send them out in a big loop and scoop everything up and come back home. $239 wood, 126. Oh, we need to queue up a factory. Now wait, who's going to build this and when? It's 3 in the morning. So I don't think we want to queue it up now. Although getting that automaton going as quickly as possible is a pretty big deal. I'm going to pause it though. I want it on the map as a reminder. It's easy to forget about things. Coal mining researched. Very good. Okay, now, oh, hey, we got steel. We can research whatever we want. That's fantastic. We don't need anything, well, I mean, that, but it's not crushing. I think I want to get improved heaters out of the way, just so it doesn't get forgotten about. We don't really need that right this minute. It's not critical. Not like the generator stress level is. This one looks sturdy. Fantastic. So we'll put him in the wall drill. Yeah. Speed that up a little bit. People are now on shift, so we'll unpause that. And whoever's random about. Why do we have 10 unemployed? Oh, because we just automated that. Okay, great. Let's get some people doing extra research. And let's max this out because steel. And that is probably the best we can do for the moment. We got 4 unemployed. Put another person in here because they seem to have a backlog. I think that's just because they're on extended shift and they are not. So probably don't even need those second guy in there, but we'll put him in there anyway. How are we doing temperature wise? We're mostly happy. We don't need this heater on. Okay, so we'll get improved heaters, and that'll keep everybody toasty warm for about a day. And then they'll go back to being chilly. Now these things are getting kind of close. Where are we at on our coal consumption? We're running a little bit more of a profit because we're working this thing. Okay, that's built. We can pass a law. Do we need a law? We'll take prosthetics because we've got the factory. And we need to build our coal mine. That's going to be important to have. We've got 70 hours there, but I don't think we can wait that long. Yes, we'll do the automaton project. Is your... So this cooldown has got to be like just coming off. Yes, perfect timing. We're going to emergency shift that building and then get out of there. It is 2:15, so at 5:15 we go back to that building. Put them in here. Queue up an automaton immediately. Turn the heat on. Put extended shift on that guy. Call it good. And pause that because I want them to go to work. We need that automaton. Very much. There's sick people ill. Sick people ill? 6? 6 people ill. Our people are raging. They are just really, really unhappy. Let's put basic meals back on. That's going to take a while to have an effect, but bad food, overcrowded medical facilities, poor overtime work. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, that's just what we're doing right now. We're going to get a notification from the people any minute that we are doing the wrong thing. That is off. We are good. I think we can go faster. Yep, there they are. 2 days to lower discontent. I'm not really sure why you're so mad in the first place, so we'll do what we can. Maybe we do need a fighting arena. It's a difficult thing to afford. 73 hours. This is taking a while to get built, but we're on schedule, I think. It should be a little bit more, yeah, improved heaters researched. It's fantastic. Don't need steam hub yet. That's tempting, but we don't have the coal production to back it up, so there's not really a point. More scouts is a big deal. There's nothing here. So it's either more scouts or we can't make the leap. We need 50 steel for that, so it's got to be more scouts. The people should be warm now. Everywhere's that they have heaters. Autonomous city. We need this thing operational so we can start turning a profit. Speaking of which, we've got to get the heaters on out here, which is expensive because they're improved heaters, but oh, look at the glorious glowing warmth. Must have been the end of the shift. Oh, these guys are done. Let's get them in there. Yes, into the 24-hour shift. Is that one is on 24-hour shifts? Yeah, okay. Thought I forgot that for a minute. Wow, talk about a panic. The hours of research are precious. Okay, since we're off shift, nobody's working. It doesn't hurt us to do this. We'll just turn off all the extended shifts. This one should do it. Discontent falls, hope rises. And then we will turn on all of the extended shifts. And then people can go back to being mad. Cool beans. I think we're doing well. I'd like to build another automaton and another coal mine. I think that's where our 2 steam cores have to go. It's unfortunate that we lack steam cores. People house are good. Probably should turn these heaters on as well. Let's see where that puts us on coal consumption. Looks like we're running at a deficit. Oh, a rather steep deficit. Yeah. That's okay. We'll be alright. Let's see. Not right now. It basically took us 24 hours to get this thing prepared. It's kind of cool. It's a bit fairly realistic. Well, I mean, okay, no, that's not realistic. You're not going to build that structure in 24 hours, but I guess if it's very rudimentary. It's just an outbuilding with a crane or something. Maybe 24 hours, a determined crew. But it was like Betty out there, you know, like there's one person building that thing for a long time. It's just like a Alaska lady making a coal mine out in the wilderness there. One person just striking it out. Go back to city, continue exploring, bring us steam cores. We desperately need them. That's good. We're running at a surplus, but we have 60 hours, a little bit less, slightly under 60 hours to get this second one built. Or alternatively, to research mechanical calculators and steam coal mine, which is doable, both resource-wise. I mean, we almost have the steel to do it. We're not done researching yet. And time-wise, steam coal mine makes 450 because we'd only be doubling 180. It's 360. So we net a pretty steep gain if we build a steam coal mine rather than a second coal mine. The question is, what are we giving up in order to do that? We got our advanced heaters, so we're good on heat. We're not going to die there. Other alternatives would be the medical post upgrade, or possibly the generator power upgrade. But see, we're committing to 2. I think I'm going to try going that route. I think overall that's going to net us more coal faster. So that should take about 30 hours to research approximately. Which should be well in advance of this running out. And then we'll have a freed up automaton. That's the nice thing too, is we won't have 2 automatons working coal mines. So we can put the him somewhere else. That is the other benefit of that plan, which I think is actually one of the most important. That I had not even considered that as a benefit, but it's pretty huge. We're doing well on food. Let's see how much of that is soup. 48 soup. Didn't I change that? I thought I changed that. Are we not making normal meals now? Why do we only have soup? Because everybody's eating the normal meals and not the soup. Okay, I can live with that. That's cool. The soup will just be a reserve that's always sitting there. 100-year soup, that's why. Everybody was eating the steak and eggs instead of the soup. We should be grateful for what we have. Actually, we're on a vegetarian diet here. It's all hothouse. Potatoes, lots of potatoes, different kinds of potatoes, peeled potatoes, baked potatoes. Could do a whole Forrest Gump thing here, but I'm not going to. Oh, we do not have people in here. That's good. Okay. Thought maybe there were people working there. So now that people are on shift, no, we're not going to do that. Nope, 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 nope. Now that people are on shift, let's build a second steelworks then, I guess. Not a second coal mine. We'll do a second steelworks. And they can build on that. Our stragglers are a couple of random folk. And then where are we at here? Okay, not there yet. That's good. staying on top of that. What do you say? Search for steam cores. Very good. We did do more scouts, correct? We need 5 free workers. Let's take 3 from there. I don't think we need a full crew in there. I thought we... okay. Didn't do more scouts. That's a shame. It would be nice to be able to start scouting immediately. Oh, we did. Okay. Okay, cool. I was like, I thought I remembered doing that. Cool. Well, that finished out basically at the perfect time. More scouts researched. Are we still not cooled down there? Okay, we do not forget about that. Let's do this. That's all of our steel. We're working on that. We're working on that. Yeah, okay. Let's go. Oh, let's get our scouts out, of course. Go there. Get the ones that freeze first, so we don't have to worry about them freezing. And this guy is still 52 hours out. Good. Okay, we're on track. You just have to like keep checking every little thing. So give him an automaton. Oh, can we do that? I guess we can. Which one's he gonna take? I took the one from the coal mine. That is the preferable choice. For 24 hours, so 2 p.m. tomorrow. Where's this? Done. Very good. Get those guys out of there. Put them in here. And that is all we're going to do. We'll just leave the 3 guys hanging for a minute. That was 2. Basically, we'll call it 3 o'clock. So at 6 o'clock, or 1 o'clock rather, so at 4 o'clock at 1600 hours. Wait, no, that's not right. I'm going to wait till 1700 hours because math. It's hard to track moving time, and I'm trying to practice not pausing the game as much. I still do it a lot, but it's something that I'm hoping to work at. It's actually good. The automaton project times in pretty well with this. What it doesn't time in well with is our need for actual coal. And that's 200 a day, so we're really flirting with danger on this. Is there anything we can turn off? Those guys can be chilly for a minute. Those guys can be chilly for a minute. That's not actually on. I think we're okay. Where does that leave us in terms of consumption now? Okay, that bought us a little bit. We'll be able to turn these heaters off again in a few minutes. So that'll save us quite a bit of coal as well. We should be alright. End of workday. Do we need to build anything? Not particularly at this point. We will need a second hothouse. But I hesitate to build that now with limited steam cores. I think we should wait until the first set of scouts get back from their big circuit and then maybe build the hothouse at that point. Okay, let's move forward. One level temperature drop means the arcs get chilly. That's acceptable. I think everyone else is taken care of. We're going to need... Yeah, these guys are all going to be chilly too, so we're going to need a generator upgrade. Or house, actually. We're unlocking the tier for house right now. So maybe we take house instead. That saves us on coal, which is a pretty big deal. I mean, like right now we're getting by on level 1 generator. And that'll work. If we do get house, that'll work through here. As long as we keep the heaters on in the cookhouse and the medical post. I'm not worried about getting people in there just yet. Queue up that road. Oh no. I didn't put people in here. We've lost several hours of very valuable research time. That's tragic. That's really bad. It's not fatal, but it's really bad. I think we've done a good job of trying to crush research, keeping a lot of these double staffed. In fact, let's put our 3 guys in there so they can get to work first thing in the morning helping with research. Very nice to get our automaton back on shift. That'll happen at 2. Looking pretty good, I think, all around. Go ahead and speed up. It's not something you want to do casually at this difficulty level. It's really easy. We don't care about them freezing. We have to turn the heater on there now. Or the overdrive. Actually, we can get by without the heat. Overdrive will do and save us the coal for a minute. Got a little ways to go on that emergency shift. Those are critical, I'll tell you. Without this much research, I don't think we could keep up. We would fall behind on resources, or the people would freeze, or any number of bad things would happen. Only that 24-hour shift is getting us through this. Okay, and then we absolutely need steam coal mine. Then we just need 50 steel. We've got a lot of wood. We're not building anything. Let's take him off of here. I think he's going to refuel anyway. So it's a good time to switch them up, because they usually do. We'll have him work there. Oh, that's functioning. Nice, he went immediately to work. That's fantastic. Maybe he was on his way back from refueling. I don't think we need any laws at this point. We'll just kind of keep that in a holding pattern. If people get absolutely out of control, we can put a fighting arena in. Or if someone dies, we can build a cemetery. But otherwise, I think we'll just wait on those. Where are we at here? $26. Okay, so we're good there. Explore. Nothing to do here. Weak. You don't have a choice but to explore the dead ones. It's like a little bit frustrating, but I guess all in all not bad. They basically force you to just power through zero reward exploration. Let's move forward, try to get that steel in. We should be getting a pretty healthy flow. 2 a.m. What about you? Malfunctioning automaton has been repaired. Get him back to work in the coal mine. You need your emergency shift. And then we'll get you guys out of there. And that was about 2:30. So at 5:30 it'll be safe to repopulate that building. We may or may not do it right then. Scouts. It doesn't help that my workshops are behind the smoke of the generator all the time. Explorer. And I usually go north, but I think it's more efficient to go south, and I think we're far enough ahead of the storm that we can risk doing that. I think things don't start freezing till about day 15. Something like that. Steam core needed. No. See, that'll get us medical automatons, which we really just don't need. That's not really a thing that needs to happen. So we'll just settle for the 5% increase and keep our steam core, thank you very much. And we're going to need some people to go in this thing. Where are we going to get those people? Where is anybody working at the moment? Oh, we'll take them from the hothouse. We've got a very good food stock built up. 36 and 70. People should be a little less upset about bad food. Very good. Now they're just pissed about working overtime all the time, every day, and having emergency shifts. This is ready to go. So we'll take these 5 out. Going to work there. Oh, what are they doing? Are they going to eat? Fair enough. You guys have been working a lot, so go eat. We need to get our wood production going again. Okay, so let's take 5 guys from here and queue up an automaton. And we'll let our steel bounce back just a little bit so we can have something in reserve for research. And then we'll put him back on the wood pile. This is the steam coal mine. I don't have research going currently, but they should be done eating any second. Yeah, okay, so we only lost a couple of minutes to them, to their fickle stomachs, all their demand for sustenance and whatnot. I swear. I have to say though, that's one thing about the fishing boat, is they fed us well. Most of the time. Every once in a while you get a bad cook, and that was a pretty miserable experience, but like, you needed food, and it needed to taste at least reasonably good, because you needed to consume, like, at least I probably ate about 10 to 12,000 calories a day while I was working on that boat. And I gained about 5 to 10 pounds of muscle that I would usually lose within 6 months if I didn't work. But that job was intense. Where are we at? It is midnight 13 in the morning. We've got our 24-hour shift going. That is so critical. I can't stress that enough. Did these guys get that automaton done? That's unfortunate. Thought I queued them up before a shift even started. Must have been spacing off talking about fishing and all the good stuff. Reminiscing. It's a job that you, I think everyone should have to do at one time. Like, that should be a mandatory experience for every person. But no one should ever have to do it twice. It's ridiculously hard. It tries you in ways you didn't even know existed. And it really gives you a different perspective on the world. But I don't think anyone should have to do it like ever again after that. It's like basic training for life. Like if you're in the military, they send you to basic training. Like fishing, to me, kind of felt like that. Let's cue this. Actually, no, let's cue our research first. Steam wall drill, I'm actually not too interested in that. House. House or generator power upgrade. It's got to be one of the two. I think we're going to go with house, and that is going to keep our coal costs low, because right now, oh no, not right now, because we're running the overdrive, but we got to turn that off, and then our people are going to be chilly. So let's go with house. We can't run that overdrive much more. It's pretty much done. Steam coal mine research. Do we need to build that? We can't afford that. We lack the wood. So let's take this guy off here because we're not getting any wood. So unless we change that, we'll never build the steam coal mine. Very good. Gotta stay on top of this, if you can call it that. Do we have an automaton yet? No. No. I'm waiting for those guys to go back to work. Turn that off. People are awake and moving about. We don't need warmth in their houses if they're not home. Since the cookhouse is too cold, let's turn heaters on. Medical post already has heaters on. How are we doing on coal? So we're hanging in there, and we're about to build the steam coal mine. New automaton. You go to work. This guy's going to upgrade his own building. Automatons build quick. 3 hours to do it by himself. Coal pile depleted. So we are getting that up and running just in the nick of time. That gives us another free automaton, so we're going to put him in the food production, which gives us 5 people free. So let's take these guys out of here and then repopulate that with some healthy individuals. Let's take a minute to build one prosthetic while we have people in here. Scouts and scouts. Okay, you explore. And you also explore. Nothing to do here. Very nice. Very nice. How are we doing? We're doing alright. We got nothing for these 3 guys to do. There's literally nowhere for them to work. We could build a resource gathering post right here and just bring in a trickle of extra wood. They're probably sick anyway, so it's actually not worth worrying about. So I won't. These guys are done, however, and they also have nowhere to go. Literally nowhere to go. We have no steam cores, and we won't for a solid day. So I guess we're just stockpiling resources. We can build. Well, we can do. We can build houses. That's what we can do. Industrial hothouse is very tempting, but again, we don't have steam cores, so that doesn't help us in the immediate term. Lighter scout sleds, automaton integration, heater efficiency upgrade. It's that or automaton integration. That's just 10% of everything we're making. That sounds like good math to me. Plus 10% to everything. Cold homes. 24 hours. We just started research and we have to build. I'm not going to make that promise. I think we'll probably keep the homes, but I'm not going to risk taking that big a hit. Besides, discontent is well within the manageable range. Not really too worried about a little bit of extra. We could, at this point, maybe take the opportunity to build a resource depot or two. We will be needing them. What else would we build? I'm just going to pause the game because I feel like we're overlooking something maybe. Well, maybe like houses. Oh, we already researched that. We're done already. Okay, well, we'll get our people warm. Fabulous, we're ahead. For some reason, I had it in my mind that I had not done houses yet. And that was the very thing that just finished. Well, that's great. We don't have a 24-hour shift going, however, and that is not great. That is decidedly ungreat. That one is on cooldown. Let's declare it. So it is now 11:20. So at 2:20 we can begin research. Could have been worse, but a slip like that is pretty critical. Can we build more houses? One more, we can stay ahead of the builders. They're not going to build that tonight anyway. So 2:20. We don't want to miss that. We want to get our research going back in operation again as quickly as possible. I think at this point maybe we want to build a third workshop. We'll put him right here. I'm not sure how I like their new auto snapping mechanics. It makes some of these buildings just enormous. But on this map it doesn't matter very much. When space is at no premium, we hardly have anything to build and all the room to build it in. Now we have to have Steam Hub by day 14, so that's a target of opportunity. In the meantime, automaton integration will be great. How are we on coal now? Super. We are fantastic. That is glorious. And it's just going to get better. And we're using house to solve this heat problem with the housing. So that saves us on coal. Oops. 15, no, 20. With the upgrade. Come on, guys, get her done. We need another automaton and another advanced coal mine, or steam coal mine. Get that done. That's messing up our work shift right now, but that's okay. Really. Most of our work shift at this point is automatons. Scouts. Gorgeous. We can scout this out. Nothing to do here. Oh, industrial ruins. 2 hours 21 minutes till the other scouts arrive. Now we've got research up and coming. We've got to think about what we're going to take, because we have limited resources available at this moment. We have to kind of plan based around that. Heater efficiency upgrade would be fantastic. Or I think we're going to have to take medical post upgrade, probably. We need to get an infirmary. It's not really critical to the scenario, but in my book, winning means that we cure that guy when he shows up. So that means we have to have an infirmary up and running before he comes, which could be any day now. So that's going to be a thing. Where is our emergency shift at in here? We still got a few hours left. We need to not forget about that. That was a very bad thing that just happened there. Let's crack on and do these guys. So our next thing should be the emergency shift in this building, I think. Now they are chilly, but I think I'm going to leave them where they're at. In fact, as soon as we do this, because I don't want to forget about it. Speaking of temperatures and whatnot. I'm going to ignore all of you until this happens, but I'm really curious to know what you're all talking about. You guys get out of there. What's happening? Stuck automaton. Shut down the automaton. Can't really afford to have the coal mine shut down, so we'll pull this guy off. How do we have two available? Do we really have an extra automaton that whole time just sitting around? That is including the one that can't work? 1, 2, 3, 4. 0%. I don't understand. Which one is the stuck automaton? Frostbite. Really? In what cold? What? Where? What? Who is so cold? No one is that cold. What is... I don't understand. I don't understand. Well, let's turn the heater on out there, so that this poor gravely ill person doesn't die. And as it happens, we're researching the medical post upgrade anyway. So now our need for that infirmary is twofold. We can put people here. Now, we gotta get this coal working, so I don't know what the deal is. Apparently we have 2 available. Steam coal mine is waiting for workers. Okay. I'm gonna put the other one in here, but I thought he was stuck. I'm not sure what just happened. Let's see. Our worker is going to refuel. That's good. Serious accident. We can't afford it. We already made a prosthetic for you. We foresaw this possibility. Going to refuel. I don't know what just happened, but I think somehow we don't have a stuck automaton. I don't know how that happened. We didn't shut the factory down, did we? Did I click the wrong button? I want to see that. I want to see that number change. I'm a little bit worried now. Did I click the wrong button? What the hell happened? Going to work. It's working. Okay. I don't know. What in the world? That's a nice little load of resources. Let's get you home. 1 day, 6 hours. And some change, because it always rounds up. One of our people died. Who died? Who died and how? In a work accident. Oh, I must have screwed up on the 24-hour shift thing. Well, then, I guess we need a cemetery. That's unfortunate. Put that out here where only the automaton can comfort the dead. How are we? Oh, that was one thing I wanted to do and had forgotten. Which it doesn't really matter when you do it, unless you're planning to, like, really milk it. Which I'm not gonna do. I just want to gain a little bit of a margin by turning those off for a day or two. Well, probably more like a day. Almost 2. I think it's like 48 hours that it takes for those things to freeze. Well, a day. We want to start warming them up again in case we have any kind of trouble getting over day 14. We need Steam Hub for that. It says Medical Post Upgrade, Infirmary, Steam Hub. Let's hope we can get all that done. Yep, that's going to be a bit of a crunch. Although we're almost done with this one, so realistically we only have 2 to do. Cemetery established. Hope rises. We get a little bit of hope out of that. Did I accidentally start 2 emergency shifts in 1 day somehow? That's not going to cool down for a while. We're going to be down research. We can use this one out here. I forgot I even built it. Medical post upgrade. Researched. Great. Grab that stuff. That's great stuff. 3 steam cores. Okay. And that was research done. We need that infirmary. Shame about a dead person. That was really too bad. Still not sure what I did wrong there. I thought everything was timed out, but the game is punishing me for taking advantage, I guess. That's fair. We have 6 people unemployed. Let's remedy that. They're only going to be there for a minute because around about 11 o'clock we'll declare an emergency shift in that building. Assuming I remember. It's easy to get distracted. Little things pop up and you're like, oh, squirrel. We can get a few hours of triple research.
What time? Get back to work.
Get back to work. How are we doing on coal? That is almost 500 surplus a day. That's actually almost unmanageable. We are going to have to build a resource depot, like basically right away. Let's just go ahead and make 2 of them. And they can get built whenever, no rush. Because we are quickly going to run out of storage space at that rate of consumption. Of course, we're going to have to turn these heaters back on relatively soon. So that might change things. But I think we can easily get our steam hubs going and raise the generator level by 1 and still be okay on coal production with what we're doing. And we're going to need to raise the generator level, I think. I think that's going to be kind of important. Researched infirmary, fabulous. Industrial hothouse. Steam hub, that's the thing, yes. Definitely don't want to forget about that steam hub. So we will not be able to have a... Not sure when that's going to run out, but that's the one we're watching. Not sure what happened there. We might as well have ceremonial funerals. I mean, right?
Hear me. New law in the city.
We need to build this infirmary. We can't build this infirmary. 10 hours. What is it, 19? Which one is the one who's coming back? 10 hours. Okay, we'll have 3 steam cores in 10 hours. We'll build an infirmary, and I don't know. Maybe an industrial hothouse. This guy won't be far behind, and he'll have like 9. I think you get 9 from that upper area.
Finish your labors, people. The work day is up.
We have people working here still? That's interesting. No wonder they're getting frostbite. Jeez, I thought we had automated all of that stuff out there. That's a bad thing. We've got people going to the burial. Going to build. Oh no, he's going to build. Thought they were going to the ceremony. Coal. What about you? Are you going to the ceremony? At a burial. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Wood is maxed out. Should have built this earlier. Oh, good. People are going to build it. That's great. That solves both the problems of having too much wood and storing the wood that we do have. Now we need to be having the same problem with our steel. 1 hour until these guys get back. Not bad timing. We'll build that infirmary as soon as they show up. Do this. Okay, you guys need to go south then. I'm going to call it south. They said the storm was approaching from the south, so I don't know. We're the top of the world and everything is south from us. That's what I'm going to say. So let's take... Well, we don't have automaton in... We don't... That's where we're going wrong, I think. Let's take him out of there. And them out of here. Turn the heater off. Automate the steel. We'll put 6 guys in there. Staff this place. Queue an automaton. Build an infirmary. I guess right there. Resources are stuffed, so let's build, or at least queue, some more of these guys. 1 there, 2 there, and another one here. And we're going to need one for food. That should do, and then that gives us enough to build the automaton and probably do some research. Speaking of research, we totally spaced this. We could have started one in that building at any time. Okay, while we're doing this, it is 3:45, so at 7 a.m. we can safely repopulate that building. Oh, wrong button. Unpause. At least that's the theory. So that cost us a lot of research right there. Again, this is adding up. Potentially, I mean, I don't know, we've probably lost like a whole tech at this point in lost research time that we could have had. Will that cost us the game? Probably not. But we could be doing better by a fair margin. An entire research, like let's assume Steam Hub was already done and we were working on the next thing. Because that's only 8 hours out. Yeah, we've probably lost 8 hours in research so far. Get them back to it. Everyone is sick. 5 people. They're all, well, I guess to be fair, all of our people are doing research, so that needs to be for food rations, and that needs to be for wood and wood. Our coal stocks are looking fantastic, and we're still stockpiling at a pretty good rate. Research, we have plenty to research with. Heater efficiency upgrade would kind of be fantastic. Lighter scout sleds is tempting. Industrial hothouse is kind of a big deal, but I think we're going to go with a... No, yeah, we're going to do the industrial hothouse. Get that going. Okay, our infirmary is up and running. So we will man that shortly. Nothing to do here. That storm is looking a little bit close, I must say. It's definitely looming. Okay, we need to turn these heaters back on. Make absolutely certain that they are in fact chilly and not any colder. Probably we should turn these heaters on as well. Pressure, normal, and steady. That is an automaton completed. Where does he go? What does he do? Okay, first things first, we need to take these guys out of here. They are done. Let's get more food and more food. Now this automaton doesn't really have anything to do specifically. So we can boost some food production if we put him in there. The building's only working at 60% efficiency anyway. Unfortunately, we can't turn the heaters off. What are you saying? A note of thanks. Well, you know. Oh yes, that's the thing we need to do. We need to get the infirmary up and running. That's what I was trying to remember. The infirmary heals the sick in half the time of the medical post and also treats twice as many patients, which in this case we don't really need the twice as many patients aspect of it. We only have a few people ill at any given time, but this is a significant improvement. Going to treatment. Fabulous. We need to start thinking about a coal mine. In fact, we should just build a regular coal mine out here. We'll upgrade that as we are able. That will be in 8 hours when we return. Oh no. No, we already did that. I've already returned, right? Nobody's coming back at this point. No, we have a couple of... So in a couple of days we'll be able to upgrade that. In the meantime, we'll probably kick this automaton back out here to work coal and put a half staff of these 5 people in the food production. Let us unpause. Move along people. There's nothing to see here. Well, there's plenty to see here in reality, but still better to move along. Plus on speed, maybe? Do we rush ahead? It's tempting. I don't know if we should do that or not. Set that to coal. Set that to steel. That gives us plenty of storage for resources. Because our first thing that we have to help New Manchester with is going to be 600 wood and 600 steel. We're going to need room to store that, plus a little bit of a buffer. So 2 for each resource. It gives us a 900 storage. And that should suffice to get that quest complete. And then I don't think we really need to worry about storing those resources again afterwards. Explorer, that storm is making me a little nervous up there. That guy's kind of close to the freezing zone. But he's only 7 hours out. I think he's probably safe. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Unfortunately, we can't watch the map in real time. But we can wait until he's about an hour away if we remember. And maybe check the map at that time and call him off if he looks too frozen. Otherwise, they will die. It is 1:50 in the morning. Let's get them out of there. So basically 2. So at 5 a.m., when we hit the 5 a.m. slowdown, we need to check our scout and put workers back in. Industrial hothouse researched. Okay, let's fix our research. That, I think, solves that problem. Probably we want to go difference engine. Do we need anything from heating? Power level upgrade. I think we need to get that. I think it's time. We'd also need to build steam cores, like right now. We should already, or steam hubs, I mean, rather. We should have already done that. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. And that looks good. Okay. We're not going to get those built in time for the cold, but it won't take long after. And this is an industrial hothouse. No, it's not, but we can make it so, right? That's what we just got. Oh no, we lack steam cores. Right. So we researched that one too early. Either that or we made too many automatons. It's one of the two. I mean, you know, figure it either way, I suppose. Now, these guys... What time did I do that at? I don't think it's been 3 hours yet. I think it was like 4 something. Oh no, we're waiting till the 5 o'clock slowdown. Yes, right. I almost killed someone. Waiting till the 5 o'clock slowdown. So let's fast forward to that. Got a law that we don't need to pass. Okay, so you guys can go back in there. It looks safe. Hour and 46 minutes out. If they freeze at this point, I did the best I could. We no longer need the heater on in there. It'll save us a wee little bit of coal. Our consumption is not as good as it was, but still pretty decent. Waiting. He made it. 3 steam cores out of the deal. Risky play, but good. So 23 hours to reach his next destination. And then like probably a solid day to get home. So we're still 2 days out from building anything that requires a steam core. Like another automaton, or this thing industrialized. So we're just waiting momentarily for these to complete, and then we should be good there. Now this is going to have to be on 24/7 unless we take him out, which would, yeah, let's do that. Put workers in there. Set this thing to shift. Put the automaton out here on coal. That looks good. And then that one needs to be on 24 hours for the infirmary. This one can go on on extended shift schedule. This one can go on extended shift schedule. And that should automate what I've been doing with turning on and off the heaters. Figure in the distance we are more than ready for him. He can come on in and get treated. We can't turn this building off, but we can make it uninhabitable. So he should, hopefully he can make it here. He doesn't die before he reaches it. That would be unfortunate, but we've already failed at 0 deaths, so blah. That was a goal that I was hoping to keep, but unfortunately was not to be. 3 hours for our scouts, 20 hours for that guy to show up. We are good on resources. We just need more of everything at this point. We need more of everything, and we need it faster. Oh, there is no road here. That's horrible. Really bad. Got an automaton out there just twiddling its thumbs. Go build that road, dude. Scouts, generator power upgrade researched all at once. It all happens at once. That's how you end up forgetting about emergency shifts in a workshop. Speaking of which, we need to check on that here. Power upgrade 2, no. Maybe heater efficiency. I think actually, let's see, what do we need? What would difference engine actually get us? That we need an advanced steelworks would be nice. Would get us all the good automaton things. It's not really pressing, so heater efficiency. I think we go with difference engine. Get that out of the way. It's got no road, but that road should be getting built. That automaton can build roads. It'd be nice if he would do that. Really nice. That's not even the one, it's this guy. What's he going to do? Going to refuel. He hasn't done anything yet. That's a little bit frustrating. At least he's only going to go to here. Hopefully. Resources are looking good. We're just basically stockpiling and researching at this point. We're trying to get built up for the new Manchester missions. Our big priority right now is coal. We just got level 2, yeah, see that's a problem. We probably don't need heaters on there. Sorry, you guys will have to be chilly for a bit. I'm sure you'll be okay. Got an automaton doing nothing. We'll be looking a lot better on our coal if we could just get that guy to go to work. That would make me real happy. But I mean, look at, we've got 1,300, so we can afford to dip into that a little bit. Not too much. I mean, the margins on victory in this, I've lost by just a couple hundred coal a couple of times. So it's harsh. Could declare a second emergency shift. It only gets us an extra 30% research. We could do this building. I don't think it's really worth it. I don't know, maybe it really is. 30% extra research for 24 hours. That's pretty powerful medicine. I think I'm going to hold off though. There we go. Where does that put us on the coal? Yeah, okay, much happier numbers. And we'll be getting more steam cores before too much longer. Maybe another day. Day 17 coming. Place is going to get cold. Like, seriously chilly. I think we'll be alright. Our houses are going to be chilly, and we're going to have to power these heaters back up. But we should be alright. I'm going to leave those heaters off for right now. We've got one sick person. That's wonderful. So we've got a little margin to play with. Oh, well, look at that. He just got out of there in time. Wow. That was a really close thing, actually. Alright, get him back to the city. 19 hours, and he will be coming back with 6 steam cores. That's great. Got everything out of there. This guy will be arriving in 20 minutes now, so I'm very interested to see if he survives or not. I would very much like for him to survive. Oh. Scout the Frostland. I feel like my attention has slacked on something. We don't have any emergency shift going in any of these things. So let's do that. Get those guys out of there for a minute. Put them in here. Do we need another automaton? I think we probably do. So we'll queue one up. As soon as these guys return, they'll start working on that. It is 8:20, so at 11:20 we can populate that workshop. I'm not sure if we will at that minute, but probably we'll take these guys. Although that's an automaton, isn't it? No, that's workers. We did that on purpose, that's right. If we put automatons in here, then we have to run this steam hub 24 hours, which maybe is okay at this point. A couple minutes. Oh, that's a different scout. Dang it. I got him confused. Nothing to do. All of the nothings to do. Bunch of do-nothings. So get those people out of there. There's no point in that. We won't be building that automaton anytime soon. Oh, we got research to do, though. We should probably do that. Advanced heaters would actually be pretty good. Or advanced steelworks would also be pretty good. Nothing off of this page is even remotely interesting. Like, at all, in any way. Maybe some insulation a little bit later, but not now. So it's either advanced steelworks, engineer automatons. That right there is pretty powerful stuff. We don't need anything to do with scouting. So it would be advanced heaters, heater efficiency upgrade, or engineer automatons. Or that. I think this. That will allow us to get 24-hour research without having to play the emergency shift game. Which is all well and good, but I'd rather not do it if I can help it, because it's just like such a constant thing to have to remember. It's really difficult to do. I'm sure if I had gotten it done every single day on time, I would be doing significantly better than I am. But I'm happy with as much as I've managed to do. We've only, I think, missed like twice really badly. Which is probably like a full tech at this point. I think we've lost like a full tech to just bad management. Suboptimal anyway, maybe not bad. We seem to be in pretty decent shape. What did our coal production look like? That's a constant thing you have to watch. We're only netting a little over 100 a day. That's not so great. Saving the messenger. Let's hope we can. Is he in treatment? You're good, people. Going to treatment. Will he make it to treatment? That's where he is. He's trudging through the snow. Please make it. I'd very much like you to not die. He's like at the building. You have to walk around to the front door. Come on, dude. Very good. In treatment. About a day. Very good. So he will be saved. We can put 5 people in there. Should have done that a minute ago. That's okay. That's only a 20% difference in the research, unless he's the only one working like he is right now. Or will be in 20 minutes, 40 minutes. These guys are still functioning, yeah. Too cold to work because it's past shift time. Nothing to do here. That's 2 in a row. Jeez. 4 hours until these guys get back. And engineer automatons in 2 hours. Oh, scouts. Forgot to send them. Did I not click the button? Guess I didn't click the button. Okay, how are we doing? We got plenty of food. We got pretty good resources. We should be able to send aid to New Manchester like almost immediately. Engineer automatons researched. Fantastic. Now it's automaton integration. Advanced steelworks. Advanced steelworks. That's tempting. Advanced heaters. I think we're going to go with heater efficiency upgrade and then advanced heaters. Actually, wait a minute. That's not going to show us anything because people aren't actually working. Building insulation, but the heat zone adds 2. So they will effectively be okay. That's also going to be an industrial hothouse here in a minute. Factory is also not counting the heat zone, so that should be plenty warm. So I don't think we need heat just yet. So efficiency upgrade and then heat. Or then something else, I don't know what. We'll see. We need the advanced coal mine. We gotta rush that a little bit. Scouts have arrived back at the city. Lots of things have to happen now. Go out here. Lots of things have to happen now. We need to build this industrial hothouse relatively quickly. And that's pretty much it. Basically that. Lots of things is 2 things. Have to assign scouts a new destination and build a hothouse. Oh, and we need to build a steam coal mine. Yeah. And then we need to assign 5 people here. Where do we get 5 people? Take them out of there. Put them in there. Queue up an automaton. Oh, just 1, if you please. For right now. Actually, yeah, maybe 2. Maybe 2. going to want another industrial hothouse, I think pretty much right away. Food. Sorry, I was thinking about something else. I was like, when are we going to get the advanced coal mine? That's 2 steam cores. And realistically, like, we don't have anybody coming back home for like 2 or 3 days. And we've got one. It's going to be a little bit tight. Advanced coal mine needs to happen. Although we're just now upgrading this, and that should help our coal significantly. In fact, that should be huge. Let's up the game speed a little bit here and see what happens when that gets completed. He's going to go refuel. So far the Arks are maintaining temperature. We're looking good. Infirmary. We could take 5 people out of there. And do a little more research. Oh, I'm not going to worry about 24-hour shifts anymore. We're going to finish this automaton, and he's going to go to work in one of the workshops. And then that'll be, in fact, I'm going to put him out in this one. Or maybe not. We should have one over here. I don't know. Trying to think of efficiency with the steam cores, but it doesn't seem to matter. Steam hubs, rather. But it doesn't seem to matter where we put them. Really. 3 steam cores, that's great. 51 minutes for our other scouts to complete their journey. We'll have this done momentarily. Move that down because we just ran out of steam cores. That's okay, I think. Okay, unpause. Oh, research, right. Get the research done, boyos. Advanced heaters. Automaton integration 2 would be great. Or advanced steelworks. Or we bite the bullet and do the full upgrade, which gets us the advanced coal mine, which we really don't need just yet. So I think let's go advanced heaters. And we are out of steam cores. Oh no, this one's already under construction, so we do want to queue another one. That's great. And we're going to send you here. Max this out. They're doing okay. Did I not send you? That's twice I've done that. It's not really a good mistake to make. Having your scouts sitting idle. It's already a very tense schedule. I mean, look how closely, how narrowly we missed freezing to death up there in that one location. That was a little bit of a desperate thing. And I felt like we were like really good on time in terms of, we started exploring that literally as soon as it became available. And we still barely made it through there. We could have easily have gone north first or up first or whatever, around counterclockwise instead. This one looks sturdy. Let's put him in here. City is autonomous. We could have accomplished that a long time ago just by redistributing labor a little bit, but we're good. There's no real hurry on that. Let's get a heater on in there. This steam hub needs to run 24/7 now. Coal consumption is almost double what we're taking in. We're stocking 700 a day. That's a good number. That's a really good number. We need to maintain that for a little bit here. We won't because our heater's cost is going to go up significantly. Maybe we'll be able to take heater efficiency. Maybe. That's like taking heater efficiency as our next technology could be a game-winning choice, potentially. These guys are done here. We now have 24-hour research going here, correct? Yes. So that is sufficient. We have extra manpower, perhaps another workshop right there. Sometimes I wonder what the purpose of all struggle is. Well, apparently right now it's to maintain, I mean, really? Like, it's more apparent in this scenario than any of the others what the purpose of our struggle is. We have to keep the seedling arcs from freezing. Is it really that difficult to see? Dude. I'm feeling a little bit salty about that comment right now. Honk. Oh, it's getting cold. It wasn't cold before. It's just cold now. Let's run that thing for a little bit. Advanced heaters are a thing. Now, explore, 3 more steam core. Is that going to be our last location? I think it is. And then we'll be bringing 9 steam cores back home, which will be fabulous. Advanced heaters done. I feel like we should do this. Everything is toasty warm right now. Now we won't be able to keep the generator on overdrive for too long. That doesn't need to be warm. I think we'll keep those heaters off for the time being. If we wanted to be really conservative, and maybe we should, oops, now that what was I going to say? Now that we have advanced heaters and they're costing us 3, we could turn the heaters off in the Arks at night when the steam hubs turn off. But that is a dangerous game. Observation tower, get there. Get there, do that thing. We've got this running at 50%. So we're basically back up to a 24-hour treatment time. So it's basically running as a medical post right now, which is all we need it for. We were doing fine with those numbers before, and I think we can afford to sit there again. Although we do have people available. What would you do if you needed to do a thing? We should do that. And then maybe we should just boost the efficiency out here. Oh, that's why we built this thing. Right. Let's do that. That's very good. We have 10 days remaining to us. We need 14,000 coal. We are stocking not enough. We are working towards having more coal right now. No. We're definitely going to keep working those shifts. You are crazy if you think that's going to stop. Take a guy out of there. Actually, we can take all these guys out of here and get not sick people working. Hopefully, that would be good. And then we'll put the rest in there and they can just work as they're sick or not or whatever. Speed up, Buttercup. Food storage is about full. So we need one of these guys here for food. Hopefully we can get that built relatively soon. Now we can afford to stockpile some as raw food and that won't hurt us. And these things just warmed back up as these are going to turn off. So that's good timing. That needs to be food rations. We're good there. Automatic prototyping researched. I think we got to go advanced coal mine. Right? We'll have steam cores back here relatively quickly. And then hopefully we can get a jump on the final ore push. We're doing okay on these other resources. I think it's going to take us just a minute to save 600 for New Manchester of the wood and steel, but we're on track to get food rations done. We could start producing soup right now. That would make that done quite a bit more quickly. And probably our people, the messenger lives. Probably our people, let's put him, you know what, you're Harold, the new cook. Workers, I think we can rename people, I think that's a thing. John Slyfield, you are not. You are now Harold, the head chef. That's your job. You're the cook. You're in charge of cooking. Next coal mine. I'm going to have to turn the overdrive off, which means houses are chilly. We're going to have to get generator level 3 here. Or house insulation. We could conceivably take that next, but I think there are other things that we need first. Canadian Advanced Steelworks. Although maybe we don't need that. We're doing pretty well on steel. It's actually wood that's suffering. These guys are bringing back a bunch of stuff, though. They'll be bringing back like probably over 200 wood. I think there's wood at that second location that he's about to get to. Let's speed up a little bit. We survived another night. It has to count for something. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. You go out there and find New Manchester. I almost left again without signing. Everything is warm except for houses. Everything is plenty warm. This is not on extended shift. Ridiculous, I tell you. Alright. What's cold out here? What? Oh, that's the care house. We don't care about that. You know, we can dismantle that. Scouts have reached the steam lorry. Yeah, 3 more and 97 steel. Very good. Go home. Bring all that stuff home. A day, 10 hours. That's a long time. Where are we at on coal? We need to save some coal. We need a lot. We're only banking 400 a day. Is there anything we can do about that? Whoa, these need to be on. Dude, yeah. The only one that could be off is this one. That's the one with the automaton in it. Oh yeah, because we turned the overdrive off. That was the problem there. No, all the heaters are on everywhere, all the time. Okay, whatever. Good enough. What is going on next? That's what's going on next. So let's get that beast built. Steam wall drill. Generator power upgrade. Feel pretty good about that. Advanced coal mine. Okay, so we're waiting. What? No, we're waiting 1 day. Ooh, that's brutal. Coal is in short supply. Let's do this. They're all in pretty good shape, so we'll let those run down a bit. That should give us a considerably better... Oh, yeah, okay. Stockpiling quite a bit more coal. Could have gone for house insulation instead of this. Maybe that would have been the smarter move. Definitely coal consumption wise, it would be the smarter play. We could cancel that, but then we lose all of our progress, so we'll just finish it. A little bit of a shame. We need a resource depot for coal. Yeah, just one. What do you say? Cold homes. Not gonna address that right now. We are researching the thing that would help, but it's also about to get cold. It's about to get real cold. We're gonna need house insulation as well. It's not really an either-or scenario. We should just dismantle that. I'm tired of seeing the 0 of 5 there. 2 hours until people arrive. No, 22 hours. Keep getting them confused. That is getting built. Research is screaming along, 75%, but it's night. That's good. There's New Manchester, okay. We'll do that. Continue to explore, please. Aid for New Manchester. 600 wood, 600 steel. We're almost there. Like, almost. Although research is going to happen. So we'll have to pay for that before we can help New Manchester. But that'll work. And then we're well on our way. Let's produce soup. I believe our people will continue to eat the preferable ration, so we'll not make them angry. I don't think. We're going to find out. We'll see if bad meals becomes a thing. It seems like they just eat the good stuff, so we'll send 2,000 food rations of soup to New Manchester. There's cold homes taken care of. Oops. Power upgrade 3, I don't think we want just yet, if at all. Automaton integration 2, very tempting. Advanced steelworks, maybe not so much. House insulation, I think we'll take that. 120 wood. You know, I think we're going to wait on that. I think we're going to take something a little bit cheaper. Automaton integration is more like it. And we just need 80 wood. And that'll get us on our way to helping New Manchester. This is going to store coal. Sick people. 14 hours. That's like everything's hinging on him. Faster scout sleds would have helped there. But I'm not sure if we could have spared any single one of the researches that we've done. So that would be a tough call. What would we have given up to get faster scout sleds? Well, actually, we would have not messed up the research schedule, and that would have gotten us the faster scout sleds. That would have gotten it for us, potentially. Not very, very close. Seedling arcs are almost down to 50%. Where are we at on coal? We are stocking about 500 a day, 550. No, we're not. No, we're not. Like 260. I don't know what I'm thinking. 280? 280. Approximately. That is not very good. We need this advanced coal mine quickly. Long hours of toil. I'm not going to change any of that for you guys. You're not nearly upset enough for me to even care. You need to be much more angry before I'm going to alter the game for you. Okay, 0 hours, 11 minutes, this guy. Stuff done. Nothing to do here. I'll tell you what. Four hours. Oh, we are running out of storage for our food. Okay, let's do this first. We're going to pull this automaton off of the steel, because after we do this mission, we'll be good on steel for the most part. Well, maybe not completely, but we still have good steel production. Okay, he is on his way. Very good. And that leaves us with 17 wood, which is bad because this is going to be done very soon. Food for New Manchester. We need 2,000. What is going on? Oh, you are stuffed. Well, we got research to worry about, so we'll just stockpile it as raw food for a minute. We need 30 at least, if not 40. to do research, so we're just going to wait a second until we hit 30, and then we'll see if we can go find something cheap to spend it on. No, no, and no. Maybe we just pick up an insulation real quick, like maybe hothouse insulation. Or cookhouse. Let's go cookhouse insulation. We got house insulation, correct? Yes, I believe. Building insulation +3, yeah, so we got that. Did we? I cannot remember. No, we did not. We can't afford that right at the minute, so that'll be coming. If people oppose me, I won't endanger our mission. We can do that. We've got 7 in the city presently, and we will be building more very soon. Very, very soon. We will be building several more. As soon as the scouts come in. Okay, we got tons of resources now. Let us first do that. Then we need to do like at least one. Let's just do one for now. That's a big deal. The scouts need to go here. 2,000 food. We're going to need more storage depots. Get cracking. We got 4,000. Well, not really. I'm rounding up, but 3,600 coal. We gotta wait for those to complete before we really have a good idea where we're at. We have about 8 days left, so we need to know if we need to know now if we need to start taking like emergency corrective action in order to produce more coal. Failure to keep infrastructure intact. What are you talking about? Oh, is it because these guys weren't actually working? People protest. I will keep sending aid. You're just gonna have to suck it up. So technically, we failed that mission. That's, yeah. We could have done these one at a time and we would have been fine. That's a little bit sketchy, but okay. No biggie, really. Let's get those guys working on an extended shift for a minute. We need to put 5 people in here and build an automaton as well. So, where do we get 5 people from? This is all people out here, isn't it? No, that's an automaton now. Good. 5 people, I guess, from this cookhouse. Not cookhouse, hothouse. They can work here and build us 2 automatons tomorrow. We get one go to work to refill this thing, and then the other one probably do research, or maybe the cookhouse. We'll see. 2 hours on our scouts. I think that's the next thing happening. Really not hurting for the steel. maybe we don't need advanced steelworks. Did we already research that? We did not, so that's maybe a good thing. We might not need it at all. I think we might need a steam wall drill before we need that. Stash, yeah. Good deal. 83% on research. We have 874. We're almost halfway there. We have the food to be halfway there. Well, time to get out of bed and back into the fray. We should be grateful for what we have, I suppose. Okay, now how are we doing on coal? Let's take a look. So we are netting 1,500 a day. That's like 9,000. Right? No, it's more than that. So I think that would be 6 days. And we have like 7.5. So I think if we don't significantly increase our coal consumption. Oh, speaking of coal consumption, we need to turn these guys on. Oops. Get those buildings warm. How about some research? What is it going to be? I think it's got to be coal mining optimization. Yeah. That is a good choice, I think, at this point. That's a 10% increase. That's pretty huge. Because our current production, that's a 270 a day increase. Whereas if we took coal like a heater efficiency, it would save us 166 a day. So, yeah, optimizing your supply is more efficient than optimizing your demand in that case. And our cookhouse is how warm now? Toasty warm. Yeah. Everybody's toasty warm. Let's see here though. We could run the overdrive for a while and knock that down to level 2 and save ourselves a fair bit of coal for like 24 hours anyway. New automaton has been built. Let's put him in here. Yes. We have workers that are doing nothing. They can go there. We have... Oh, we've got that guy who can actually do nothing. Harold the head chef. Do we need to build him like a whole other cookhouse just so he can be the head chef? Maybe we should do that. I mean, it is Harold after all. He's been through a lot. Can we spare the wood? Not really. It's a fun little joke until you actually translate it into game mechanics and then you're out of wood. We're not out of wood, but at the same time, we don't have a lot. We should pick up the steam wall drill at some point, maybe. Coal mining optimization. We need another one of these things already. We're going to need more as well, but we've got to research. Actually, I think we're going to have to cancel that. Let's do coal mining rationalization. Yeah, we have just a few too few of the wood. Now we can do that. Get that Betty built. We got one worker out there to do that. Actually, these guys can go and help. Scouts are done. Scouts are literally done. Get home, dude. Bring those goodies. Food storage is maxed. That's not a good thing. Not a good thing at all. These are cold. We might have to turn those steam hubs on 24 hours. Need another resource depot there for food. Oh, you know what we can do? Change that. Change that. And where does that leave us? Storage capacity for food rations is 1,800, so we'll need one more. Coal is full, that's bad. It's really hurting production. Yeah, we are netting 2,000 a day, almost 2,000 a day, very close. Okay, let's get that assigned to coal real quick. We could have done one of these for coal. Wasn't thinking, but it worked out, I think, timing wise, well enough. Food rations, which now should put us where we need to be for food rations. Yes, okay, 2,100. As long as we get that dispatched immediately. Next, we need another automaton. We need 2 of them to go on this mission. So we need to get some extras built. And we can put them in research until they're ready. Okay, let's turn the overdrive off. And get back up to level 3. We're doing okay here. Our heaters are on. So as soon as those steam hubs kick on, those will start warming again. Good there. In a little bit of a dangerous situation, but it resolved itself without any intervention. Let's go a little bit faster. We are going to need to change that into coal. We are stockpiling coal ridiculously fast. I'll explore. Just 32 food, not really worth much, but okay, we'll take it. We've got 1,500 food at the moment. We do need to get these guys going again. So we've got, oh, research. Okay, no, we're not going to build that automaton yet. Okay, heating. Make sure we're not missing anything crucial. We cannot afford that, not quite. We could wait for 5 wood. Probably we should do that. Let's wait for 5 wood. The house insulation going. Which means we won't be producing this automaton anytime soon. But let's queue it up. We'll leave those guys in there. They're not really doing anything anyway. We just need 2 by the time we have our 2,000 food. I mean, we can scavenge them from somewhere if we have to, so it's not a big deal. But that would be ideal. We could get 2 of them done. No extended shifts. That's just our research, really. I think that I just won't address that issue right now. You guys can just grumble about it. But your rage is pretty impotent, really. Looking for 100 wood. And this is where that better wall drill, upgraded wall drill, would really come in handy. But I don't think we've really had a good opportunity to research it. Most of our research has been required. We haven't had just like the ability to say, what do we really want to do? It's more like, what's the most important thing? And then get that first. Now, one thing to consider, okay, let's do this. Coal. That solves that problem. We won't have to build another depot right away. We can stockpile a little bit of coal. How are we looking consumption-wise? Oh, what is that? Like 1,700 a day, 1,650 a day, something like that. 1,630 a day. Times 5 days, basically 6 days, is another 9,000. That's pretty slim margin. That is not what I meant to do. Pretty slim margin. What can we turn off? Anything? We can potentially put automatons to work in our workshops, and that means we could turn heaters off there. That would save us a little bit. Heaters are out of wood. Okay, that means these guys started. That's good. Now they've been sitting in there all day with the heat on, so that's actually hurting our cause in terms of. Now these things they're warming up, but the steam hubs are going to turn off in an hour, and they're going to start getting cold again. So I'm going to be a little bit proactive here. Set both of those to 24 hours and make sure that our seedling arcs stay nice and warm. Which is again going to hurt our cause in the saving of coal. House insulation researched. I think. Oh, we have 0 frickin' wood. We can't really do anything, can we? We should probably get Automaton Integration 3 next. But there's literally nothing that we can afford at all anywhere. We could take a charcoal kiln. That would be a secondary source of coal. We could maybe even do a coal thumper. It's not a bad idea, and it only costs us 10 wood. Let's do a coal thumper. We don't have super pressing research going right at the minute. Everyone is more or less comfortable. Those guys are cold. Oh, they're not working, that's why, okay. Everyone that is working is plenty warm. Okay, we're looking good. We're gonna have the coal for these guys before we have the food for them. That's interesting. Crack on to the break of dawn, Donkey Kong. Waiting. Oh, they're back to the city. It's time to disband. That means we have 5 workers. We need something to do. Let's put them in here and get that maxed out again. Knock that mission out. $1,500 a day. We've got our 6,000 coal for New Manchester. It's not even a mission yet. Our stumbling block there is going to be automatons. We need 4 of them. We should queue another. No. We needed some kind of expensive research, didn't we? Let's wait on that. It's not an issue yet in any case. Let's go faster. We're at the point of the game, I think, where we can afford to speed up a little bit generally. Just across the board, we can fast forward more. Most of our crises are past. Where does that leave us? Chilly again. Homes are chilly again. Let's run the overdrive for a minute. Actually, let's not. Let's wait until nighttime. Research is just about done on the coal thumper. That might be good. I don't know. We're going to build it. We may end up needing it. Could be a thing. Coal thumper. What did we want that was super expensive? Automaton integration 3. That is a lot more coal. 10% more coal to be exact. We're at 102% efficiency. 68.9 per hour. It's beautiful. But we want more. Then we want to queue up a coal thumper. Like right there. Looks pretty good to me. Get that building first so we can get the coal stockpiling in that. I think we'll go with steam coal thumper too, just to make sure, because I mean we're good on everything else. There's one automaton, and we'll take this one, and we will send our relief mission. And then we need 4 more. We don't have the wood. We will shortly. We don't necessarily need, we need 2 more for sure. We also need 500 food for our own storage, so we'll keep these guys going. Coal for New Manchester, 6,000, we have it. We could send it now. A new automaton has been built. Those guys are done. There's nowhere for them to go. This, I believe, is too cold. Even with heaters on, yeah, they can't work out there. Scouts have returned. Oh, look at all the steam cores we suddenly have. That's a fantastic thing. More than we need to complete the scenario, I believe. This might take a few, though. We'll just set you on infinity. There's nothing else that we need to build that requires steam cores. Advanced coal mine, advanced coal mine. I'm not going to worry about this. Oh, we took people out of there. We need to put people back in there. because we actually have resources now. Let's take... Oh no, we didn't. We have people. What was I... Those guys need to go to work. I want some automatons. Build them infinitely until we are done. This is the only real cost we have left. Voice of support. Yay! All the wood. We're going to need more of these. Yeah. We have how much store coal? 70 coal storage. Yeah, so that'll do us. That'll be more than enough, but in fact, we don't need that many because all of our food storage is empty. We can just change these to coal, and that should get us there. What's going on here? Waiting for workers. What are you doing? Are you feeling okay? I didn't think that interfered with production. Apparently it does. We need an automaton in there, like yesterday. But that's not going to happen because yesterday already did happen and that didn't happen yesterday. So barring that, we need an automaton in there quick as we can. Can you guys build that faster, please? They can if I turn the game speed up. Oh, we got no road. Jeez. This one looks steady. Sure does. What are you saying? Coal needed. Let's see what we can do. I know, he's telling me. I won't address this right now. So I'm gonna wait to send coal. I want to run this a little bit and make sure that we have enough for ourselves as well. We need to queue up the gathering posts on that as well. Get those built after shift is over. Some integration research. That's going to change that number. That's about. I think we've reached the generator efficiency. That would be a good thing. Not gonna get the power upgrade. People can just be cold until the end of the scenario. I think we are done on this page. Let's get... I'm not sure that we need all those insulations. It's not going to get cold enough. Let's get the steam coal thumper. Just to hedge our bets. Like I said in the beginning, I've lost by just a couple hundred coal a couple of times. It was very frustrating. So I think we can go a little faster. This guy's going to work. That's great. 42 per hour. That's actually pretty fast. That's like almost half of this advanced coal mine. Really? Coal thumpers, who knew? Coal. More as storage. We need one of those dedicated to food. But just one. I think that still gives us 600 food storage, right? Oh no, that's none. Okay, let's change that back to food. We're gonna need that. We have to store 500 for ourselves. Which, oh yeah, Harold the head cook can go back to work now. We have one automaton available. Let's put him here. Start getting some cowl. Closed at this time of day. Did I not? Wrong pocket. 17.1 per hour. That's good. Looking really good. I think we're gonna beat this one. 4 days production left. We need to get about a little over 6,000 coal in, and we are, yeah. Looking good. More of those guys, please. Not gonna finish that one today, I don't think, unfortunately. Coal consumption. It's over a 2,000 a day surplus. So yeah, we're gonna be good. Definitely good. Definitely good, yeah. It's a good thing. It's a good day. It's a good time. Unless something untoward happens, I think we're on track to beat this scenario. Pressure, normal, and steady. Oh, nope, I did it again. Get on there. More coal, please. Max coal. Now, we are not winning on the food just yet. That is something to keep in mind. Coal thumper injectors. We could, I mean, just for fun. I don't think we need anything else at this point. Like, we're literally just researching to research. I guess we go for generator efficiency upgrade just to max out our coal savings. We'll wait a couple of days, stockpile as much coal as we conceivably can, and then send that last bit of relief. In fact, do we not? Oh, steam coal thumper, we just can't afford it yet. We're hurting. Hurting for basic resources. New automaton, and that is why, because we keep building these guys. What do you say? Long hours of toil. Just get over it, dude. The scenario is over in 4 days. The end of the trip is in sight. Just keep fishing. Those guys may or may not queue another one up today. I don't know. Not super important. What do you got? A full resource pile? Yeah. Let's see. We need to build. No, we need to build the steam coal thumper first. Because these guys will keep harvesting off of that pile. In fact, you can put someone on that pile directly as well. That counts as a resource pile that is harvestable. You can actually assign workers to it, and an overtime shift if you want to. You could run 24-hour a day. You could run emergency shifts on that thing for the rest of the game if you had a Steam hub and manage that. Or we could just put an automaton on there. The city is ready. The city is ready, but it's not going to stay ready because we're going to send a bunch of coal away. So don't celebrate yet. We're going to wait like 2 more days before we do that. Now we're going to need a resource depot again for the coal. We should be getting slammed with steel now. We got both of those guys working. So that's a good thing. Got our upgrade rock in there. Generator efficiency upgrade. That's good. We go for level 2. Can we afford it? Yes, we can. That'll put the kibosh on our automaton for a little bit. But, oh well. Where does that put us on coal? Rocking a huge surplus. I think we are safe. Food is stored. Looking good. I can't imagine it going wrong at this point. We didn't lose any arcs. We lost 1 worker due to a miscalculation. That's unfortunate. We managed to save Harold the head chef. We've accomplished all New Manchester missions, or we will have anyway. We can complete that at our discretion. Coal. We're gonna need another one, but let's build an automaton first. We're also going to need a gathering post. We'll wait until this queues up, because that only takes a couple of... Yeah, we'll do that. Unless we break 100 before shift starts, then we'll build the gathering post first. I think it's been nerve-wracking but successful. A couple of really tough decisions in there and a couple of clever solutions as well, I think. If I might pat my own back just a wee bit. Okay, we're going to go ahead and build one gathering post. Our coal storage is full. What's our food ration storage? Oh, I was looking at the wrong one earlier. So we can totally repurpose that. And that. Be okay on coal for just a little while longer. What? Hush, you. All because your houses are a little bit cold? Stop. Bunch of crying, whiny little babies. It's only minus 90. Got up to a minus, down I should say. It got down to a minus 110 in the last scenario. Those guys had a right to bitch. You guys are just being whiny little namby-pambies. Need a road. What are building streets? What? We're not that short on wood. Okay. I guess it was just because they were overlapping. I don't remember having seen that before. 20%, really. All of our engineers are sick. Why is that? Their buildings are warm. Their houses are cold, but their buildings are warm. Let's run the overdrive. I guess. We forgot to turn it on the night before. So we'll turn it on during the day right now when it doesn't really matter as much, I don't think. I have honestly not been able to determine for certain if that is actually a thing. Or not. If like houses being warm at night versus during the day makes a difference. I don't know. You would think that that would make a difference, but I don't know how the game is programmed. Another automaton is ready, just in time to go to work here. Research done. Okay, I think we're just researching for fun at this point, so what do we want? Nothing from this page. We could get this. We actually could power the generator to level 3 or 4 and still make our coal, I think, at this point. But we don't need to. Those houses can stay chilly for a minute. We don't really need any of this. Let's take hothouse insulation. Why not? Why not, I guess, would be because it's preventing us from building automatons. That would be the why not, potentially. But in the grand scheme, not really doing too badly. Those guys are warm enough because the overdrive is going. Oh, cool. Oh, cool. And we are running out of storage again. Let's build like 2 of these this time. We don't need to, we could just send the aid mission and that would solve our storage problems, but I'm not doing that. I'm trying to work these for a little bit longer just to see what we can do. I've never considered this as a solution in this scenario, so it's an interesting thing to try. Not gonna get another automaton going today. We could actually, yeah, let's take him out. He does not need to be in there. We've got way, way, way too much food. Way more food than we need. This one is fully staffed and operational. Hothouse insulation researched. You know, I've never researched that. Literally never have used that. I don't think we need to use it now. I think I'm going to stop doing research at this point. I don't think there's anything else that we need. And we'll just let automatons get built. What is our coal consumption? I just want to see the numbers. Almost 5,000 a day production. That's pretty good. That means we basically need to send this mission pretty much right now. So let's take one, 2, 3, 4, and send this aid mission with plenty of time to spare. And we're almost to our 8,000 goal. And we'll go ahead and assign those, even though it's kind of silly. We could put an automaton in here. Well, we've got one here that we don't need. There we go, let's do that. That'll get automatons building faster. And then we can re-man all of these operations. Looking good. Looking good. We got people doing nothing. Basically, our people are do-nothings. They don't really have to do anything at this point. Just making food. Final effort. Hope will rise. Doubters be doubting. Just waiting on automatons, basically, at this point. There's one. Put them to work. Generator stress level critical, boss. We could actually afford a steam core to reset, but there's really no point. Our people can just be chilly. We got 2 ill and nothing for them to do. They're all just sitting idle anyway. In fact, we can take them out just for giggles, because that'll turn the heaters off and save us a little bit, but also because we can put them in here, which will turn the heaters on and cost us a little bit. But that was take 3 out, put 1 in. That's good math. Did we ever get heater efficiency upgrade? Yeah, we did. Okay. I'm surprised not to have, but at the same time, sometimes you gotta ask the tough questions. We have 3 steam cores left. This place has no road. I can't find the right button. What is up with that? Is it cube? Okay, it's cube. Build that road. Somebody get out there. We got a bunch of people. Supplies ready. Oh, we don't need to build the road. That is game over. That is a victory. 1 death. That's the only mark on our record. 1 person died. I'm going to call that good. I'm not going to try to play through that scenario again just to keep that from happening, to rectify 1 single mistake. Not worth it. Not worth it. It's not a very interesting time lapse on this particular playthrough, because you don't really build very much. Like, your city does not substantially change. It's mostly about research and automatons. It's an interesting scenario because it forces you, in the new home scenario, I don't even usually get automatons. I don't even worry about them. I just use manpower. But this scenario forces you to pursue the automaton tech tree and really improve that whole line. So it's good in that regard. It also forces you to use the hothouse, which I don't ever use in the initial scenario either. Lives were more important. It wasn't like a choice. Like, we did it all. Turn that down a little bit. I feel like I'm yelling. Anyway, there's that. I'm after Beerstan. Make sure you drop me a like down there, and have a great day.